All right. Welcome, everybody. It is Thursday, August 27th, end of the month, 2020. And I am so excited to lead this call today. My name is Christina Amon. I am a crown here and on the way to 2-star crown with an amazing team I'm so blessed to work with and show up with every day. And I wanted to start us off today with just a little groundation. Drop a 1 in the comments if you could use a little groundation right now. There's a lot swirling in all the realms. So I just wanted to, if you want to close your eyes, feel free. But in any case, just really feel yourself rooted onto the earth, whether that's in your chair, whether your feet are on the floor or your tush is on the floor, just really feeling anchored. Feel yourself held and supported. And take a breath into that. And then start to be aware of any thoughts, feelings, downloads, memes, posts, stories, rants, anything that's like swirling in your consciousness right now. And just kind of like bring that into, swirl it, consolidate it into like a, whatever this is, like a little mini tornado right in front of you. Just kind of like grab all that stuff and swirl it into this little mini tornado. And then you're going to look down and the earth has opened up this tube. And it's like a vacuum, and you can just send that whole tornado down. The earth's like, I got you. I'll take all that from you. So just like any leftover residual stuff from today, from yesterday, like anything, just send it on down. Earth's got you. So just take a breath into that now. Here we are. We just sent all that. I think my favorite bumper sticker ever created is "Don't believe everything you think." There's a lot of thoughts out there. There's a lot of concepts, all kinds of stuff. So just sending all that down. And now we're just going to like find out what's real and true for us right now in this moment. So take another breath into your body and just notice, what is there? Are there any parts of your body that are speaking to you? Any emotions that might be welling up that feel really, really relevant in your heart? Anything that just wants to be known, like, hey, I'm here and I want to be seen. And just take a breath into that. And what I want to speak to, what I want us to notice that really is real, aside from all the stuff out there, is that there is hurt. People are hurting. People on the Zoom are hurting. People out there in the world are hurting. People in our families are hurting. And for us to just be able to feel that and know that and be able to hold compassion for that without taking it on. And to know that what else is real is that all the empathy and compassion and gratitude that we can offer to other people, whether they're hurting, whether we know they're hurting, that is also real. That is what we have. So starting with ourselves, let's just give ourselves some compassion, some gratitude for who we are. Give yourself a compliment right now. Just really that practice of edifying. Let's just turn the gaze towards ourselves and really lift each other up. Give yourself appreciation for one thing in this moment. And then let's turn the gaze out and let's send all of the empathy and compassion and gratitude and compliments out. Let names come to you of anybody that you just are feeling moved that, hey, I could actually reach out to this person and just offer them empathy for what they might be going through. Whether it's fires, whether it's justice issues that are triggering, whether it's being back in school or not being back in school, whether it's running for our business and all the anxiety that can come, whatever people are going through, who is coming to you that you're like, you know what, I can send that message to them and just send a little bit of love, a little bit of gratitude, a little bit of a reminder of how awesome I think they are, and lift them up. So you can write down these names, and during this call or after this call, just 5 to 10 people, just send some love, gratitude, praises, empathy, compassion. That's it. So I just want us to notice that we have a voice, and that we have so much power in these voices. We have so much. If we just think of those people and what they might be going through, and think of compliments about them and never share it, they won't know. You know, we have this ability to reach out to people and make a difference in their lives just by them being seen and heard. Even if we're just imagining what they're going through. I imagine you might be going through this based on what I see you posting, or based on what I know. That's amazing. People feel seen and heard. That's incredible. Or we can just keep it to ourselves and they won't know. So we have extreme privilege in having a voice that can share and speak. And so just notice that we have extreme privilege, even being able to gather in this space right here. 77 people gathering and growing. And we have the ability to come together, to have these feelings, to have these thoughts, to transmute some of these experiences in our bodies and our nervous systems through our breath, and then turn it into what we can offer other people, what we can do with our voice to share this. So take another breath into that. That's just how I wanted to kind of open us up to really just notice the gift that we have, the power we have, to feel what can we do today with this voice? What can we do today with this privilege? And feel really empowered by that. It's an empowering place to have a voice and to have the privilege to be able to go out and share it. And who can we speak for that doesn't have that? So this is prospecting. This is it right here. Like, we think of it as this big, or this salesy thing, or this complicated thing, but this is just building relationships. That right there, that whole process we just went through, that is prospecting. When you are offering your heart to people authentically because they came up for you from a feeling place, from a thought place, and you extend that and you don't hold back, when that person maybe is going through something hard, or thinks back to that one message you sent and they could use something, or they then think, you know what, I could use a health reset. I'm going to reach out to my friend who's been like sending me love all this time. Like, I feel so held by this person. So it isn't always about like, what can I get in one day or in the rest of the month, but it's this growing this, it's laying this foundation of these amazing friendships and relationships in our life that are treasures in and of themselves, right? There's nothing more priceless than relationships and friendships and trust and love and connectivity. So I just wanted to also just like bring that into, I myself had kind of like a big aha moment around this. No matter how many times I've heard it, I sent a message to somebody. I saw a new person I'd never seen before through my other friend's story and kind of following that trail where you kind of discover people and you resonate. And I was like, wow, I really dig this person. And I noticed that thought that went into like, okay, what's the right message to say so that I can, entice them into what we have and like follow all the right things to attract them. And then I just let all that go. And I just found myself really just basking in the appreciation of who this person is. And I watched one of their videos and what they had to share. And I was like, I'm just going to send them a message and let them know I love their video. And I'm so happy how they're showing up, and ask her a few questions about her life and just let her know I'm so happy that she's on earth and that I feel a kinship with her and that we're clearly have a lot in common. And that was it. And I'm not attached to where it goes. But I do know that from having sent that authentic message, if the universe, if she's praying for what I have, that union will find itself, because I'm just laying the foundation of this natural friendship and relationship. And the response that came back was so heartfelt from her too. Thank you so much for reaching out. And, and we're building something, right? We're building this bridge. What happens now that we have this exchange opened up? Who knows? We'll see, we'll see where it goes. I go with curiosity. I go with gratitude. I go with joy in that. So how many relationships can I form like that? Because that brought me great joy. It brings me great joy to just talk about it. I'm like, woo, I got this new friendship on Instagram. Aside from where it goes, I could imagine doing a lot of that. Many, many, many relationships of connecting with people, meeting them with where they're at, complimenting in gratitude, asking profound questions, and seeing where it goes. And when I plant enough of those seeds and build enough of those relationships, I'm going to have really amazing people joining my team. So just wanted to like kind of zoom that out too. Being in alignment, exactly. And just really being in the joy of the curiosity of like, who is somebody and what are they all about? Sarah gave me this really great tip the other day. When you're going to prospect, sometimes it can feel like, I have to like have the tracker sheet, and you can get stuck in the structure of it and the system. Like that can actually like suck away the joy and the juice of it. So watch yourself, because the structure and the systems are amazing, and they're coupled with the ease and the grace and the flow and the alignment and the joy and the gratitude. So like have both. And so going onto social media, like we all have that tendency, we all to some degree have the addiction and the pull and the tether, like bringing us back to scrolling the feed and seeing what people are putting out there. And as you do that, if you notice yourself enjoying something, you see a picture, you see words that you like, first of all, notice if you go into like comparison, which I definitely have had the tendency much in my life to go into like, oh, that's so awesome. Oh my gosh, they're so much better than me. Just notice. And how can we turn that into, oh my gosh, I just want to let this person know how much I appreciated what they just put out there. I'm going to drop a comment in their post. I'm going to private message them and tell them how much I liked what they put out there and how much it inspires me of what I want to create. We can lift them up. Sure, absolutely. But make it a prospecting experience. Make it a relationship building experience to even have that thought of like, oh my God, they're so amazing. Go with that. So that is beautiful. Just go on. And when you're scrolling, who can you build relationships with? Who can you give love to, gratitude, empathy, compassion, These are all bridge builders. And you can do that in comments and private messages. And that's the joy of prospecting. Just go in there and like flood it with love, like give as much juice and goodness as these incredible voices get. We have the privilege to do it. So why not? It's going to like just benefit the whole planet. Just that itself, just giving out that positivity. So, okay, back to my notes here. I can get a little carried away and all that joy. Okay, so next I want to bring on some of our amazing speakers. I know you all came to hear these incredible women. So we are all on a team together. We've been bonding and forming relationships over the years at live events, online. I can say that none of these women was I in close daily contact with before Purium. So we have woven this fabric really through this business over the last, year, I guess going on 2 years this fall. So 1.5 years, somewhere in there. And thank you for saying not getting carried away with the joy, nothing wrong with that. This call brings me so much joy because these are the women that we've been growing and forming and bonding these relationships. And so this call is really about taking that structure and systems and taking all that love and connection and how we talk about the depths of our relationships and our families and, have these loving heart connections with each other. And then we use the tools and the systems and we weave it and we just keep weaving it tighter and tighter and stronger as we rise in the ranks together. So I'm really hoping that everybody here is going to really get a lot of inspiration and concrete tools that you can use to weave with your teams as well. And we're all a team. I mean, Sarah's shown us all how powerful it is to weave together in the way that we uplift each other, the way that we send messages of cheering each other on and sending love and gratitude and build those relationships. Relationships is everything in this business. It really is, and in life. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on the most amazing rock star, Mary Beth Fleming, who is rocketing it to Red Diamond right now. It's totally happening. I have zero doubts. I've done the math. I've looked at the map. I know the numbers. Like, it is happening. And she has dialed in some incredible systems, has stepped into leadership, claiming her own wisdom and her own gifts, and just creating accountability thread, her own trainings that she's delivering to her team, doing tons of personal development and leadership development on her own in order to be able to deliver that and to expand how she can show up in this business. She has a beautiful wife, beautiful family, a beautiful team. And it's just been so exciting to watch her over the past couple of years, but even more so just in the last couple of months, like really crystallize her vision and bringing it forth. So Mary, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. We're super excited to hear your wisdom and genius.
Yay. Thank you, Christina. Love you so much. And yeah, let's all just take a big deep breath because the end of the month is my favorite time because my body percolates with energy with the end of the month, because this is the time of the month when magic happens, like really and truly. This is the time of the month where I'm like, okay, I'm coming out of any boxes imposed on me. I'm letting go of any self-limiting beliefs, and I'm just going to see what is possible. So when I first joined the business and I was going for director, I was really far away, and it was the end of the month, and I had way more points than I had gotten the whole month to get in 3 days to hit director. And I got on a call and listened to Leslie Zan. And I was at a point where I was feeling like, this isn't possible. This isn't going to happen. Like 3 days, whatever. I'll just do it next month. And Leslie Zan was just like, you know what? You are the only thing in your way. You are like a being of unlimited potential. And here in network marketing, we have a platform and a model that really has no limits. And if we just plug into the system, plug into our why, plug into our team, be consistent with our actions, we really can make magic happen and really anything happen in your business. So even if you're going for a goal this month and you feel like you're a little bit far away, I would like you to dig a little bit deeper and just see, is there more potential there? Could I just let go of that self-limiting belief and see what magic is possible? Because I am living proof that this business, magic happens every day in this business. I'm constantly blown away with the amount of energy and the new things that are opening up in my business just because I give it a little bit more. So when Christina was talking about, the personal development piece, I've really put a lot of energy into my own personal development. And I truly believe that the more work I put into myself, the more I'm going to show up for my business. And so I would love to just ask you guys a few questions. Number one, I'd love to see you write a yes or no in the comment. Are you ready to find people to change the world with you? Yes or no? And if you write yes, I would love to see you write on your notes that you have in front of you right now, write down the names that first come to your head of, who am I going to change the world with? And write those names down, because those are the people you want to get in conversation with. Those are the people you want to have this relationship with, like Christina is talking about. Number two, are you using your business to share with the world who you are becoming? So we were talking about this, using our voices. Who are we becoming? There's so much craziness going on in the world right now. And it's just really, if anything, I'm getting the reflection that I just need to work deeper on myself and who I want to be and who I want to stand for and what I want to stand for and the types of people I want to be in community with to really move forward in a positive way, because there's a lot of backlash of energy happening. So are you using your business as a platform to be who you're becoming, to stand up for what you believe in, to be part of a bigger mission, to be part of a community? And I see a lot of yeses in there, which is awesome, because truly Purium is just a vehicle for your bigger dreams, a vehicle for you to express who you are, a vehicle for you to live your passion and your mission and your dream and your voice. So the more we tap into the vehicle that this is, and I love what Tori Washington says. She says, at the end of the day, it's not about the commission, it's about the mission. And if you're working your business with mission, that's when the box breaks open and so much becomes unlimited potential. So then number three, do you feel like there are people out there who are meant to hear your story? Let's see a yes or no in the comments. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful, absolutely. Yes, and that's again what this business is about. If Christina shared Purium with me, and had she not, I have no idea where my life would be. She literally was the prayer to or the solution to my prayers of looking for more health and more financial freedom in my life. And she told me her story and I was meant to hear it. And now look at me, my life has completely changed. So really connect in with that at the end of the month, because sometimes I know we can feel like that feeling of oh, we'll just push it off till next month, or, oh, I'll talk to that person later. But what if that person is meant to hear your story in this moment? And something that we talk about a lot in this business is kind of taking ourselves out of the picture and just, I have this amazing gift, and who is ready to receive this gift? And I just so happen to be the messenger, and no strings attached to yourself or your own insecurities or fears or any of that, but just here's this gift and I'm going to share it. And it may be exactly what someone is needing, exactly what someone needs to hear. So those are the three questions I'll post them in the comments after I'm done talking, but those are the three things I really keep in mind at the end of the month is, am I sharing my mission? Am I standing up and sharing my voice? Am I breaking the parameters of the box and jumping into my unlimited potential for what is possible at the end of the month? And one way I've been doing that with my team, I've been coming up with these business mantras. This is definitely work I've learned from Tori Washington. And so I thought I would just get on here and read you guys my business mantra that I've been saying to myself every day here at the end of the month, and really since I started doing this, and just repeating it to myself And really, again, so that when I'm going out there and prospecting, it's really about the mission of what I'm doing versus the commission. So my business mantra is I love investing in my business by creating value with my audience and those that I'm in relationship with. I offer solutions from the heart, and new people are continuously flowing into my funnel with grace and excitement. More people are joining the mission by the second, and it feels so good to lift each other up and to be where we want to be. I am my business algorithm. My own energy is my strategy. My love for what I do is my business strategy and is what is bringing me to my dreams. I fully enjoy being seen and heard in my mission through serving the greater whole through organic nutrition and financial permaculture. So I like really dove into that. I didn't just say like, hey, I love my business. I'm like really getting in tune with my mission, and it's working. I'm getting every day, I'm waking up with so much excitement to work my business because I'm reading my mantra to myself and I'm feeling that deeper connection with what is it here on this planet I'm meant to do. And Purium happens to be the perfect vehicle to allow me to do so. So I would encourage you guys, if you're feeling a little stuck or a little hesitant or like, it's the end of the month, there's so much energy, or how am I going to get this? Like, tune into your own personal mission and connect that to your business and how you're going to show up for yourself and your business and your team members every day from here on until the end of the month. Something else that I really like to remind myself at the end of the month is, what else can I do? Like, we only have 4 more days of the month. Like, what else can you do if you're sitting there just on your phone or watching a show, or what else could you be doing right now that would put you more in alignment with your business mantra, put you more in alignment with your goal and your greater mission? And just see what happens. Just see what happens if you do a little bit more, because I'm telling you, magic happens. So that's kind of what I wanted to lead with. I know we got a few other speakers, but Christina, do you want me to go into the breaking down your map a little bit? Is there time for that?
Yeah, that'd be great, Mary. Yeah, share us a little bit about how you're guiding your team with your accountability group and empowering them to know their map.
Yes, totally. So a big part of this is, so you have the mission, you have the excitement, you have the mantra. Now, how do you do it? A big part of this business is knowing the numbers and creating a roadmap for yourself so that you don't get overwhelmed, so that you can see your the month's end in clarity. And one way to do that is to map out your run. So the first thing I do when I'm mapping out my run, if you guys all have a pencil and paper, you can even do this, write down notes or do it if you know it in your head, but is at the top of the page, writing out what your goal is for the end of the month, how many points it takes to get there, how many points you have, subtracting that and circling the number of points that you need. And then from that, you have the circle of points you need, you make some little branches, and you think about the people on your team that are also going for a goal, like your key players that are running with you and making this happen with you. It might be one person, it might be 5 people, everybody has a different level of their organization, but just think about the people on your team that are also going for goals and doing the exact same thing for them. If you know their goal, how many points does it take to get to that goal? What do they have? How many points are remaining? And then if you get all those remainder points and add them up, if you support each of your team members to hit that goal, how many points is that subtracted by how many points you still need, leaves you with the amount of points that you personally have to take responsibility for. And that's either through, ULTs or bringing on new brand partners or hitting the UBT. And then you really want to break it down. If you have, oh man, I got to come up with 2,000 points. Okay, what does that look like? How many ULTs would that actually be? How many brand partners would that actually be? And this is all stuff on top of supporting your team. So there's definitely a level in this business really owning your responsibility to your own business, but also owning your own leadership and how you can help others step into their business. So knowing the numbers is a critical key component, because when you break that down for your team members too, it gives them a clear roadmap as well. So it's really not that hard to do. And if you, I encourage you, if you get that remaining number of how many points you need, if you feel yourself kind of like, whoa, that's a lot, just take a moment to be like, yeah, you know what, that is a lot, but what could it take to do that? And then really break it down to how many ULTs, how many brand partners, because more often than not, when we break it down, it actually doesn't feel like that much. We're like, oh, okay, I can see clearly now. Like, I need 3 ULTs, so I'm going to go find those 3 people that I'm ready to change the world with, and I'm going to talk to them, and we're going to make this happen. So that's some of my best advice of mapping out your run every day for the next 4 days in a row, so that you can see clearly what your numbers are, and just continue to refine your practice. So that's a simple breakdown of it. If there's any other major questions, you can drop them in the chat and I can answer them that way. But I'm just excited to be on this call. I'm excited to be in this mission with you all, and just hold on to that faith that is possible at the end of the month, and use this energy. I love the end of the month because it's really the time when we all come together as a collective to really come together and really make things happen for people, make our dreams come true. Honestly, I say that from the heart. So believe in the not yet seen, put your fingers into that space of what is possible, and know your numbers, and then lean into your team, and we do it together, and it's so exciting. So love you, Christina. Thank you for letting me share, and hope you all have a really, really, really fun end of the month.
Woo! Oh my gosh, drop a red emoji if you can feel the frequency of this woman who is going red diamond on her way to crown. Like, oh my goodness, so amazing. And we are going to be hopefully hearing more and more as Mary steps into more and more leadership, and what and what we end up doing and creating in our home life and family life to be able to show up as those leaders. So I'm super excited to get more and more of your downloads, Mary. So good. And I just wanted to reflect on some of those pieces there at the end around the map and the numbers. You might be brand new on this call and be like, whoa, that was totally over my head. That's fine. I will confess that those numbers were over my head for like 2 years when I was in this business at the beginning, and just stuck at executive and just couldn't get past it. And I had a breakthrough moment, and it was probably literally on the same night that Mary had her breakthrough moment around committing to run for director, even though it seemed impossible. It was right around those same last days of that same month of January when I dove into my back office for, honestly, my first time by myself. I had an upline who enabled me. Monica is so good at the back office that she would just always know what was going on and just tell me. And I'd be like, okay, cool. I don't have to do it myself. And I finally dove in. And so if you're like one of those people like I was, I'm actually really good at math, but for whatever reason, the numbers kind of just made my brain stop functioning in this business. So if you're like that, you can drop a 1 in the comments. We can all commiserate together, but also know that just diving in and getting comfortable in a place that was formerly uncomfortable is, first of all, what we're all here to do all the time. That's like, we're always expanding our comfort zone, increasing our skill set, increasing our mindset. And that was the pivot for me. The night that I dropped into my back office and I started to see the whole picture of my team, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, they have their points here, which means like they could be at this goal. And I suddenly, previously in my business, and drop a 2 if you can relate, was like, okay, I'm running. I got to get my team on board. So I would just, like, all I knew to do when I reached out to people is like, how's it going? Are you prospecting? Can I support you? Drop a 2 if anybody can relate, when you're like, I don't know what to say to people. I don't know what to say to my team. And then all of a sudden I went into the back office and I was like, oh, I know what to say to them. I'm no longer afraid to like call them and reach out, because it's not this like big, like, black hole of like is something good going to happen on this phone call? Now it's like, oh, I know exactly what to say. I know where you're at. I know where you could be going. Are you going to go there? Can I support you to go there? Here's what it's going to take. So this is the answer to what to say with these people, is exactly what Mary was just talking about, the map, the breaking it down from like, here's the big numbers, break it down into all the different packs and all the different people who could be hitting goals. So if this person hits their goal and this person hits their goal and this person hits their goal, I'm there. And all of a sudden it's like, the nervous system relaxes and it's like clear, it's like doable. Mary said, see the unseen. We can see the unseen in our minds by mapping it out and seeing like how you put these puzzle pieces together, and then it's there. So yes, magic happens, and we have the structure in place and work with these systems to lay out the foundation for the magic to sparkle. So awesome breakdown. And if you are new, or you're like, I still have no clue what even that means or how to do any of that, that's where you work with your upline. Your upline is, if you're raising your hand going like, I want to map with you, I want to know my numbers, I want to know my back office, your upline is going to be like, awesome, I have somebody running with me, let's link arms, let's do this. And you can do it one-on-one, or you can get on with their upline, or get on like a pod coaching call and really get these numbers broken down for you. So empower yourself with numbers. Okay, next I want to bring on Rita Fleming, Mary's sister, who has really, Rita, you have been blowing my mind because you have had a similar breakthrough recently, and you have been totally equipping yourself and empowering yourself with back office, you know, what is that? It gives you material to work with. Like, you're like, now I know how to reach out to people. I know how to run a team. I know how to get in with all these people. So both Mary and Rita have all these different threads, and I'm constantly seeing them, and the leaders on their teams are constantly going in there and checking in with people based on what they see happening in the back office. So, sweet comment. So Rita, I am super excited to hear what shifted for you. What was some of that breakthrough, and how has it been feeling? First of all, how has it been feeling for you to step into like knowing what to say to people, and how is that showing up in your back office and in your numbers and in your run to Black Diamond on the rise? Thanks for being here. Love you.
I love you too. Yay. Thank you so much, Christina. I'm loving this call so much. And thank you, Mary, and just like all the enthusiasm in the chat. Just loving this community and all that it's brought to my life. So I want to just start with gratitude. So yeah, it's been really fun and exciting. And if anyone's ever felt in that place of like, I don't know what my next step is, or I don't know what to do, or I don't know how to support this person. Like, if you've ever had that thought, go ahead and drop a heart in the comments. And so I reached out to my uplines for support, and awesome, seeing some hearts, totally common. It's like learning a new language, stepping into this business that's a relationship where we're all working together to help each other achieve our goals. And so I reached out to Mary, and I was like, okay, what's the best system that we can do here to really support people? And so we decided, all right, it all starts with that connect call, that initial connect call of plugging people in, plugging your brand partners in with your upline, getting them connected. And then we've decided that creating a messenger feed on Facebook has been the most helpful to really stay in tune with that person of like, hey, what questions you have, you're reaching out to people, what's going on, what blocks are you having, what videos or resources do you need, and then we're just in this building relationship, constant communication. And then the next level is like, okay, who can you connect them into next? Your next upline above you to bring in even more information and support, and then plugging them in that feed And it creates this amazing relationship where you don't feel like anyone's getting lost. You know where people are at, you know where they're at in their process, that they're engaged or active, or that they're, spending time with their family and taking a little pause. Like, you just know where people are at. So that's really helpful, is just having that system of connecting people into your upline support. So everyone feels that their answers are being, that they're having answers to their questions and such. So that was really helpful. And then from there, going in and just plugging in with each brand partner and who's on my team, of like, hey, Carrie, you're $50 away from the 2K club. How are you doing? Like, that's awesome. And then they'll be like, oh, sweet, I didn't know that. Thank you. So it's just a way to really connect in with that person and be like, hey, I see you. I see where you're at, and I see what you're up to. And then, oh, hey, Daphne, I see that you're, 600 points away from director. Is that something that you want support in? And so just seeing people, looking at their points, seeing where they're at, and being able to support them in those goals. And then, asking them a question, is this what you want? And if they're like, yes, what is that? Or how do I get there? Then just giving them exactly what Mary and Christina were saying, the step-by-step map. Like, okay, here it's 3 UBTs. Here you go. Or, hey, Stephanie, I see that you're running to executive. Who can we help and support on your team? So then looking down in her line and being like, oh, wow, Jessica is, halfway to consultant. Let's support her and help her. And so it's just plugging in person by person and seeing where they're at and checking in with their process and their journey, and seeing how we can support them and their team to create that larger goal. Because it's so beautiful when we can create this cohesion and work together. And then there's so much excitement, as Mary and Christina are talking about at the end of the month. It just becomes this like incredible run, and it is magical. All of a sudden, you have Natalie, who just had like 3 kids come in, and then you have Bailey, who just like made it to executive, and all of a sudden there's this group excitement and enthusiasm of everyone working together and supporting each other. And all of those collective goals are also helping, Mary to get to red, and all of this all the way up. So it's just been really fun coming in and having those support groups, those accountability groups, and then having those little threads of conversation where you're supporting it, bringing people into your upline support, connecting into the next upline support, and just really being in communication and conversation with people's process, and then helping them with the next closest, smallest goal. And this is all through the month, and then especially tuning in right now, because anything really is achievable in these last 4 days. So knowing that and opening that up and then actually experiencing it and having that happen is just so much fun. And I want to share that experience with as many people as possible, because it's so great. So yeah, that's kind of been my process, is just what is the K club that they're close to, or what is the next closest points, and really supporting each person.
Awesome, Rita. And so all this activity that you're hearing Rita talk about is translating into how she's showing up. She's bringing me connect calls. She's also in massive action prospecting at the same time, because she's like activated, she's empowered, she's like plugged in, like, yeah, this is happening, this is working. And so she has that frequency that makes it easier to reach out. And so if you're newer and you're like, okay, how does that apply to me? You're on the end of you being the person who can reach out consistently to your upline with anything, even like, I don't know what to do next. Like, what's next? That's a powerful move. That is the difference between, like Rita was saying, being able to know how to reach out to people means that we can avoid losing people. It's really easy to sign up for this business and then get lost, like never come back. Like, woo, I got the thing. Okay, what happened to them? Where'd they go? And so being able to keep weaving, I'm just going to bring in this metaphor of weaving again. Like, we're weaving people into a tapestry. It's not like just because they clicked complete order, like we're done, It's constantly weaving all the threads in and tightening the weave and creating this strong fabric. And so you, as a newer person, reaching out and saying like, help, first of all, great. That's an important step. If you're sort of like in between and you're like, I have some people under me and I don't necessarily have what Rita's talking about yet, but I know I need to plug them in, like drop a 4 if that's you. If you're like, I have all these people and they're like marbles, like rolling around. I'm like, what do I do with all these marbles? Then that's where you work with your upline too and say, hey, I have this person and I'm not really exactly sure how to plug them in. Can we help get them on a call? And so sometimes it can feel like we're trying to collect rolling marbles, and we can also be proactive around not letting the marbles be rolling around in the first place. And so that's where I want to talk about the system of onboarding. This is where dialing it in right from the get-go is going to make your work later on that much easier. So some of you guys have heard my story. I have like the world's best horse because I held her for 6 hours when she was born. It was the middle of the night, all the stars were out, and I just cradled her. And so I imprinted her. We became one. I actually fell asleep with her like between the mom's legs, like looking up at the stars. I played my ukulele for her. We just bonded. And she is like the sweetest, tamest, like all the work it would have taken to train her to be like that, I avoided by just bonding, imprinting. It's like a thing in animal training, but like I'm pretty sure it's a thing in human training too. So so that metaphor applies here, like really going in and letting people know up front, okay, so I want to support you to have the most success with this. We're going to get on a call with my friend and you're going to like really get to hear about all the things that are going to make it easiest for you to have success. Easiest to have success. So this is getting them on a connect call, getting them plugged in with Superfood Social Partners onboarding link, building value in it, posturing, like you're going to want to do this. This is definitely going to be the easiest way to orient yourself to all this. It's a big learning curve. So the easiest way not to get overwhelmed, go right into that Superfood Social Partners onboarding and just focus right there. Don't even worry about the company emails and all that. Just go in and imprint yourself like my baby horse. Spend that 6 hours with the onboarding link or whatever it takes at your pace, but dive in there, write your action plan, print out some tracker sheets, and just that's going to make it the easiest so that later on you're not trying to like backtrack and figure out, wait, what is it? What was I supposed to do at the beginning? And then you sign somebody up and you're like, what am I supposed to do with them? So like really building value in the power of onboarding and all of the systems that are part of that piece. And especially fast start. So the easiest way for somebody to build in this is to create that story at the beginning of their journey that makes it easier to go forward than to quit. There's always this place where we can say to ourselves, gosh, I don't know, like this is kind of challenging and, you know, all the things, maybe I just won't do it. But when we have that success story, we're like, oh, I got a consultant, like in 10 days, I'm in profit. Like I didn't exactly know what I was doing, but my upline kind of coached me and showed me and gave me the numbers. And here I am, like, okay, I could do the next step. Yeah. And having that, and then we're going to start to duplicate that for the people that we come in with. So getting on board with the languaging and the posture of fast starts. You can just hold that for people and connecting them with your upline so that they can hold it for people and really not to put pressure, not like it's the only way, but to let people know if you want this, this is going to be the easiest way. Just back to that imprinting of the horse. Do that work up front and you're going to have a lot less work later on. So that's the fast start. That's the onboarding. That's the power of really like weaving people in right from the get-go and using your upline to support you in doing that. and our tools. Okay. All right. So we have 2 more shares that before the call is over, we have about 10 more minutes. I'm going to bring on Leiah, another one of my amazing leaders who is totally hitting Green Diamond this month. Like I see it, it's in the bag. I see it in the numbers. I see it in the back office. She's been rising in stellar leadership, doing so many of the same things that we've already heard on the call. So Mama, I would love to hear what you're doing to lead your team, what you're doing to weave the fabric, what you're doing to hit Green Diamond, and especially bringing in the UBT, which has been like, if you're looking at how do I make this the easiest, hitting that UBT and committing to it, that's where you get those 500 extra points. And that's the secret sauce of how people are ranking. Helping people hit Fast Start Consultant and UBT, those 2 things right there. So I'd love to hear from you. And then we're going to have a little time at the end where Ashley's going to tell us about our giveaway that expires tomorrow and the Sunday call.
Awesome. Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm driving, so I'm not going to look at you, but I'm loving this call so much. Thank you all of you who've spoken so far, Mary Beth and Rita and Christina. It's just such a gem. This is gold, people. So yeah, this month has been my realization, my big realization around the UBT especially. So for those of you who don't know, the UBT, the Ultimate Business Transformation, has 2 aspects to it. One is when you have 3 people enroll as brand partners in 1 week between Saturday and Friday, the company Purium has given us 500 free points. And then if you have 10 people, 10 brand partners who enroll in a month, you get another 1,000 points. And so what happened for me at the beginning of this month was there was a promotion for the first weekend of the month for 1,100 points for enrolling 3 people in a weekend. And I had just enrolled 3 people and hit that UBT for the first time. And I was like, oh man, like that feels like so much pressure. And I don't know who I'm gonna do that with. I was with my family. I had just arrived on the East Coast. And what Christina helped awaken me to was exactly what we've been talking about on this call, is looking at my team and seeing, okay, well, who do I know who's got people in their funnel, and who can I help to actually get this promotion? And then knowing that that contributes to my points and that helps them get really stoked and get into momentum. And so we had 2 people in 3 hours, 2 people on my team both hit that UBT. And it was amazing. It was like the first time that I really felt like that's something that's happening in my business, and I'm really getting like how generous it is of the company to do this. Because when I looked at my points earlier this week, and I hadn't really looked at my points in a while, I was like, whoa, I'm closer to Green Diamond than I've ever been at this point in the month. Holy moly, I could do this, because not only could multiple of us hit EBT this week and get 500 extra points for several people who are going for goals, but also there are a few of us who are really close to having 10 people. Really the first time, like before this, ever like the overwhelm or the pressure, UBT, 3 people, it like felt like it felt like too much pressure for me. And something has opened up for me, and may it for you, of seeing the opportunity that exists here for getting so many more points, and looking at, for each person, what also happened for me this month was with each person who wanted to do the health reset and enroll with or getting an ultimate lifestyle transformation, I just let them know that the business is free with enrollment. And so if you're looking to create another income stream, or you think that you might want to share this with people, and pretty much almost everyone has said, yeah, actually, I really would like to create another income stream. And that's been another thing that has been not so comfortable for me. And so it has taken me time to like this, but I I believe that that's what's opening up is well, and that what we have to offer for income stream right now is such a gift for so many people, and the company
Oh,
so that is
Leiah, you're
what is
getting a
helping
little
me get
glitchy.
to my green. How is that, Christina? I think I've shared what I got to say. Did
I
most
think
of that
so
come through?
too. That was amazing. I love
Yeah.
it. Leiah's shift is because she's business comfortable. She's comfortable talking about the business. She knows the gift and the opportunity this is, and she's hitting the UBT. And then that's opening up all these people that she can help hit Fast Start Consultant and Fast Start Director and have them duplicate. And the secret to hitting diamond or green diamond or blue or black or red or crown is helping people hit consultant. And it's so much easier if they do it in the fast start and have those roots sink in to what we're doing here. So congratulations, Leiah. I love you. And in our last few minutes here, I'm going to bring on Ashley to close us out with everything that we can leverage and really be sharing. Who out there needs to hear this? Ashley, love you.
I love you too. Thank you for this beautiful call and for all your amazing shares. Mary Beth, you got to lead a mastermind, girl. Can't wait to hear more of your wisdom. Thank you. It's amazing. Just love to see your team shining. I just wanted to pop on here real quick. I know we're at the top of the hour, but I just wanted to remind everybody about our giveaway. Drop some love in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. If you're familiar with our giveaway, if you've seen the post on Instagram or on Facebook. Yes, so we have a giveaway. We're giving away an ultimate lifestyle transformation. Somebody here in your community could win a 30-day health reset. So to have them enter, you're just going to have everybody go to our Instagram page, which is superfood.social. And the second to most recent post on there, you'll see clearly it says giveaway. People can enter on there. That giveaway closes tomorrow night at midnight Eastern time. So we have about, a little more than 24 hours for people to enter that giveaway and win. So definitely be sure to share that with your communities, share stories. And then I also wanted to make an announcement about we have a winner for the CBD bottle. So for those of you who do not know, we have, most people are going to enter the giveaway in the last 24 hours. So if you see the activity that is on there now, just know that we can double that in the next 24 hours. So we definitely want to do that. And the way that will happen is by all of us going and sharing, hey, there's 24 hours left to enter, and go. And I know we're all posting the square, but I can't encourage you enough to show your face on video. Like, go and really personally invite people. Hey, times are crazy. Let's all come together and do this. Show your face, and then go to superfood.social Instagram. Okay, you guys, ask questions, direct those to your upline diamond. They can support you with, I'm not going to do all the questions in the chat because we're running short on time here. We're at the top of the hour, but I wanted to share and announce the winner of our giveaway. Yes, read the post. Oh, last thing on the giveaway, brand partners actually can enter as well. You just have to make your purchase first. So if you want to enter, you need to purchase a 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation, and then you yourself can enter as well. Okay, so that's where our giveaway is. And then I just wanted to let you guys know the winner of our CBD bottle for using the hashtag core4launch or the hashtag superfoodsocial, which are two team hashtags that we're now using. The winner of that giveaway, drum roll please, and I'm drum like is Heather. And her account, Heather, I don't have your last name, but Desert Willow Aesthetics. So Heather, Desert Willow Aesthetics, you are the winner of our CBD bottle. Thank you so much for, posting content under our hashtags. It's a beautiful way to share our community and share about the stories we have. So congratulations, Heather. Thank you guys. Oh, that's your mom. Awesome. Let her know. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Christina, going to turn it back over to you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ashley. So we have the giveaway. We have things popping and going on. We have reasons to reach out to people. Sunday's prospecting call at the same time every Sunday is going to be business forward. So all these people that we're getting into conversation with, this gift that we have, this life-changing income stream, this life-changing opportunity to create positive impact on our family and our community and on the planet. Ashley and storytelling people will be on the Sunday call. So bring people to that call, bring people to the giveaway. And just like we talked about at the beginning of the call, use this voice. We have the privilege of having a voice. We have the privilege of having a voice that can open up and change lives. So please use it. What story do you want to be told about you when you're no longer here? I'll just leave us with that. What impact and what legacy do we want to have left with our family and our community and the world because of what we've done with this voice? And that's what we can go out and do right now. Love you guys. Thank you so much to our speakers today. I'll have this recording up soon and super excited to see how many more people we get entering our giveaway. Aloha.
Aloha.